when it's going, it cuts the first few seconds, you know.
Hi, I'm Sharon Worsley from Toronto, Canada, and I'm really grateful to have this opportunity to talk to you today and encourage you to support the Pakistani Social Entrepreneurship Academy. I was deeply moved by the mission of this academy to help so many people become entrepreneurs. I think sometimes as entrepreneurs ourselves or just human beings, we're looking for a way to give back to other people, whether they're in our own backyard or somewhere else in the world. And you and I both know we can't ever do anything in our lives and be successful without the help of other people. This is your way of helping someone else, to make a difference to somebody else that you may never meet. But just think of the ripple effect that will occur once you donate and help in any way possible to make this a successful venture. So I definitely and strongly recommend that you join me and all the others that have gotten on board so far to be able to help all these people in Pakistan make a difference, not only in their own lives, but those of their family and their community and their country, and eventually the world. So please join us.
You are awesome, Sharon.
Was that okay?
Oh, wonderful. A grade, A plus, A plus, plus.
Well, I find, you know what, when you feel it in your heart, the words will flow. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. You have to kind of connect to your heart first. That's always, you know.
Most definitely. And I think ultimately, Sadiq, people want to make a difference. Sometimes they're just not sure how to. You know, they don't know, either they don't have the time or they don't know where their money's going, but they want to inherently make a difference. Yeah.
So the next one is you're inspiring the candidate to actually jump on, become an entrepreneur, because entrepreneurship is kind of a very new thing in Pakistan. People are trained for like a jobs, you know, and thinking about owning a business, like working for yourself is there, but it's kind of less than 1% chance, you know. So that way you can inspire them.
Somebody else can do it, but not them.
Yeah, not them. They never thought as I could actually do what Sadiq or Sharon is doing. They cannot connect that together. What you want to do, you want to start with yourself and tell you how you become an entrepreneur, and that kind of give them into a story, and then kind of tell them, hey, it's work and but life and freedom, lifestyle and everything, and you know.
Right. Okay. All right. Whenever you're ready. Hi there. I'm Sharon Worsley. I live up in Toronto, Canada, very far away from you. But what I want you to know is I truly believe that this world is very small. So I think of you as my neighbor next door. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I actually was born in Canada, in Montreal, but I grew up in Sydney, Australia. And then when I was in my 20s, I decided to leave my family there and move back to Toronto to seek a better life. When I came here, though, I didn't know anyone. I had no family here, so I took a really big risk. I was lucky when I arrived. I did have a job to come to, but over time, things would happen and I would lose my job because the company closed down, or maybe they decided to restructure, so I would lose my job. And that always bothered me because I had to look after myself. I had my rent to pay, I had my food to buy and look after all my needs. And I decided that there had to be a better way. So I would do whatever kind of job I could find, and I'm sure you can relate. You're looking after yourself and your family, and you've had to do a lot of things as well. I would go door to door trying to sell long-distance phone plans. I was even an usher at a big theater here in Toronto. And I remember my father one night in Australia having a conversation with me because I was just making ends meet, and I was making just a few dollars an hour. And he'd known that I'd gone through university and college and done a lot of study and worked from some good companies in Australia, including Qantas Airways, which you may have heard of. And I remember him saying something very profound to me one night. He said, Sharon, you're only an usher. It was like there was something wrong with that. And I remember answering my father, and I said, but Dad, I'm a really good usher, and I'm doing whatever I can to ensure my success. And from that point on, I realized that no matter whether I had a job with an employer or not, it was going to be really important for me to find other means of bringing in revenue. And so I started lots of things. I had a craft business, for instance, where I would make silk wedding photo albums, and I would sell them to people getting married. Anything I could do. And then I realized that I had a special skill, and that was to talk to people. and help them create better lives for themselves. So I started a coaching practice probably about 12 years ago now. And I've had the opportunity to coach some amazing people, from salespeople to mothers to doctors to multimillionaires, help them have a better life. And so I've created this extra revenue stream, and it's gone on for me to become an author and a consultant and a professional speaker and coach. I'm telling you this because I also have a full-time job, because I recognize that there are risks to being an entrepreneur, and it does take time. And that's what I want to stress to you immediately right now, is that it is going to be work if you decide to be an entrepreneur. And there are risks, but there are ways to kind of reduce some of that risk as well. In my case, as I said, I have a job. And some people will knock me and say, I'm not really an entrepreneur because I have that safety net. But I say to you the same thing I say to myself. Other people's opinion does not matter. You have to do the right thing for you. And I strongly encourage you to take your life in your own hands and make this step to become an entrepreneur in whatever it is that you want. Do what you need to do. And yes, there'll be long hours, and you may have to not do certain things with your family and friends because you're working on a project. But I can guarantee you this, my new friend, that when you do this, you create your own life. And eventually, you will not have to work for another employer. So I encourage you to do what it is that you need to do. Follow your heart. Take this opportunity. It is awesome. And I'm glad you're my neighbor and my new friend. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I hope that wasn't too long. It was just
No,
right.
no, this was